Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 Q&A. Today I'll be answering some of you guys' questions, as always, from Twitter. So if you have your own you want to ask, then you can go on Twitter and ask it with the hashtag AskSaints. But the main question, and the question I think that is on a lot of people's minds, we have from Krabby Gamer: how much do you think the mansions will cost once fully upgraded? And I'm going to convert that question into how much do I think the entire next DLC is going to cost. Now, we don't really know if mansions are coming, so I really don't want to talk about mansions until we truly know they're going to be in, but I do think they're going to cost a lot of money if we get them. Now, the entirety of the DLC, if we take a look at the last 3 DLCs that were released to GTA Online, we have the Import-Export, we have the Gun Running, and then we have the Smuggler's Run. The Import-Export and the Gun Running were relatively close in how much everything cost total. And we had 25 million, I believe, for the Import-Export and around 26 million for the Gun Running. But with the Smuggler's Run, they tripled that almost. If you bought everything in the Smuggler's Run DLC, it cost almost $70 million. And I know not many people did buy everything, because a lot of the planes and stuff you really didn't need to buy, but total it was $70 million, around that amount. And because of that, a ton of people were upset. So I'm hoping, and I've said this before, that Rockstar saw that outrage and sort of bring it back. But to be honest, an aircraft DLC makes sense that it costs a lot of money. I mean, even back when GTA first came out and the economy was relatively normal and the prices were relatively normal, the aircraft and the Pegasus vehicles cost a lot more than the supercars and the sport cars. So it does make sense that a DLC revolving around that sort of stuff costs more than a DLC revolving around cars, like the Import-Export DLC. And with the rumor that this next DLC, this upcoming DLC, is going to be a Hipster 2.0 update, I'm going to assume it's going to be somewhere around that Gun Running and Import-Export amount, somewhere between 20 to 25 million. But I guess, going back to the question, if they do add mansions, obviously that'll bump it up, because mansions will probably be 5 to 10 million a piece. So that will definitely add on to the price. But if they just release, a bunch of really awesome cars with some really good customization, if they release some sort of old school sport classic cars, usually those are around $1 million, $1.5 million. And obviously we're going to get some supercars. Those are going to be probably 2 to 2.5 million. So it does kind of make sense that the number sticks around 25-ish million, because really, unless there is some crazy weaponized vehicle, or if there are a bunch of crazy vehicles like that come in the DLC, we're not going to be getting a super high total, because that's sort of what made the Smuggler's Run DLC so high. We just had a bunch of vehicles that were $3+ million. And the Import-Export, we had only, 2? The Rocket Voltic and the Ruiner 2000. So if they stick along those lines, where it's only a couple of vehicles over 3 million, then I don't think it'll be that much. But yeah, that's sort of my prediction. Obviously, once we know a little bit more, we can make a more educated guess, but just based off what we know already, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Next question, Elias: do you think Rockstar will give out money for Christmas? I'm sure they will. I mean, they usually give out a free couple of 100,000 every now and then, and it makes sense that they do that for Christmas. So yeah, I'd be keeping an eye out for something like that. Crypto Steve: do you think Smuggler's Run drip feed was so long because of the originally planned release of Red Dead Redemption 2? I don't know if I actually have ever seen that sort of brought up before, but it could be. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 was originally supposed to be released around this time of year, in the fall of 2017, which doesn't end until December 22nd for Rockstar. So yeah, it could have been the case. But one thing that I think we will see when Red Dead Redemption 2 does come out in the spring of next year, I think we will see DLCs from GTA Online and Red Dead Redemption 2 sort of go into one another. If they scale back the work on GTA Online that they're doing to focus on Red Dead 2, then what I could see happening is they release a DLC for GTA Online, whatever it may be, and it has the drip feeding stuff, and then once the drip feeding for GTA Online ends, then they release a DLC for Red Dead Redemption 2. And then that'll go on. Don't know if there will be drip feeding in that, but it'll go on. And then that'll go into the next GTA Online DLC. So I think that's a way that they could sort of split up their time between the two games while still offering a pretty good amount of content for each fan base to play. Bryce, do you think that shark cards will be classified as gambling like Battlefront's loot boxes? No, because it's not gambling. I mean, it's somewhat scummy, but it's not loot boxes. It's not gambling. And unfortunately, that's like the smart thing that Rockstar did. Rockstar were, I think, one of the bigger AAA publisher, or Take-Two were one of the big AAA publishers to start this whole shark card or microtransaction era, at least in a AAA $60 game. I know it's been happening in mobile games and free-to-play games all the time, but I think they were sort of the first, and that's why, you know, EA and all these other companies are sort of catching on, because they see, oh god, Rockstar just made almost a freaking $1 billion in that. We want some money too. But no, unfortunately, they're not going to ever get classified as gambling. I guess really the only thing that we can do as a community is to keep expressing our feelings about shark cards. They will never go away, so you do have to understand that. But if they can just make them balanced, I think a lot less people would be upset. But it's definitely going to be interesting over the next, year, just to see what happens with Battlefront, with other games that are coming out that are doing similar things, and how the community, how the gaming community in general just reacts to all of it. Then we have Austin. Do you think Rockstar should let you sell a max of 3 Pegasus vehicles and give like a 3 to 4 month wait time before you're able to sell again? Dude, I would love to be able to sell half the stuff in the game that I bought. I don't understand why we can't. Well, I do understand it's for shark cards, but that's the only reason. There's really no other reason for us to not be able to sell our old properties, our old cars or Pegasus vehicles, and whatever else, that you can't sell in the game. Really, the only thing we can sell are the vehicles. But I would love to be able to sell my old crate warehouse that I'm never going to use because I spent money on it, and I would like that back since I never use it. I would totally want to sell my meth, cocaine and weed businesses that I'm never going to use. I would love to be able to sell my Pegasus vehicles. I have every single one, and I am never going to use 90% of them. I would love to sell them. So yeah, I think Rockstar should let us have some sort of system where you can sell however many in a week or a month. I mean, 3 to 4 months, that's a little too much, I think. But I think they should let us sell some stuff, because a lot of people have things from the past that they're never going to use. It would just be like a sign of goodwill from Rockstar. Like, all right, look, here, sell this, get some extra money so you can enjoy, the future DLCs. Pure Taco. Would you use the yacht if it could be modded into an aircraft carrier where you could also make custom planes and boats? Yes. The yacht would totally be worth that $8 million if you bought it. If you could transform it into an aircraft carrier where you can customize boats and planes. That would be incredible. I mean, yeah, it would look a little weird. Maybe they don't use the aircraft carrier that they already have in the game. Maybe they just convert, the yacht into having an aircraft carrier, a little mini aircraft carrier or something. I don't know how it would work, but oh my god, that would be amazing, because right now there's nothing to really do. You can't fly out there and land on it, unless you're in a helicopter, and it's kind of pointless. But if they had something like that, I would totally love the yacht again. And then the final question, the question of the day from Nathan. This is a really, really interesting one. I'm really interested to see what people say, like what their answers are. But if you could remove any weapon or vehicle from the game, what would it be? I would get rid of the explosive sniper and the oppressor. As much as I don't like people using the oppressor against me, I would not get rid of the oppressor because I love it so much. I don't know what weapon I would get rid of, though, between the explosive sniper and the homing launcher. I mean, nowadays, if you use newer vehicles, you have the flares, so you can easily dodge the homing launcher missiles. But what if you want to use some of the older stuff? You're kind of screwed. I don't know. That's a tough question. I would probably have to go with the explosive sniper, though, just because it is very annoying that people don't need to be accurate, and they can still blow you up. Like, if they just hit anywhere near you, if you're on a bike or something, they can kill you. So that's very annoying. And the fact that they can easily take most vehicles out in 1 or 2 shots, that's very annoying. Plus, you can get the thermal on it to see easier. So I would say if I could get rid of one weapon, that would be it. If I can get rid of one vehicle, I would probably get rid of the Hydra. I don't really use it that often because I'm not really good at flying. And I just feel that most people that use the Hydra are griefers. And I know they would probably just move on to some other vehicle. But it's just so easy with the Hydra to kill people because you have the explosive cannons, and nowadays the fact that you can call it anywhere, right next to you, it is kind of annoying. So I would have to say the Hydra would be my vehicle that I would get rid of. But I'm very interested to hear your guys' opinions on that, so let me know in the comment section. But thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more awesome GTA content, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.